きっとだけど愛されて死ねる天国になどとに行けないけどこの音楽なら聴ける耳が痛いのは仕方がないけど俺の仏は止まらない天国になどとに行けないけどこの音楽なら聴ける俺たちはいつも音の上ならば殺すより助けたいだが罪は償わなきゃいけないから今はしっかり苦しんで一人で暗い部屋の中で自分が一体何をしてそのためにどんな状況になってるそういうことをちゃんと考えてどんな理由があるにしたってやっちゃいけないことあるんだぜもうわかるはずだ大人だべ体中糸でつながれてあんたはもはや人形だぜそれすらも比較してんだべWe're back, baby. I'm just doing a little introductory rapping until the people fill up. I've got some topics to discuss today, some big topics. It's crazy for me that as soon as I start up a live stream, people start mentioning other YouTubers from fucking 10 years ago. So that's crazy, bro. I'm trying to like do my thing out here, trying to do my thing, you know what I'm saying? And then you guys are cramping on my style, bringing up the past. You guys stuck in the past. I'm not stuck in the past. I'm going towards the future, and I got some big shit cooking. I just finished making the best fucking music I ever made in my life, so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm feeling good on that. And you gotta follow my fucking music so you can check it out. I'm gonna be dropping some sick shit coming soon, coming shortly. But anyway, I gotta go to. Let's see. もうわかるはずだ大人だべ体中糸でつながれて Ready Engineering long time no see yeah buddy long time no see glad to see you back alright so we got the YouTube live chat going now alright cool I got the same fucking sweater you notice this the same hoodie you know what I'm saying they talk about the past because you peaked while bullying Double 4 Anime for Net World. Yeah, I'm a pretty good bully, honestly. If I just kept bullying them and just kept doing like Leafy is here type content for the anime community, I probably just could have made a lot of money and shit like that. But I don't know. It came to a point where things were getting serious and I was getting blackmailed. I was getting literally blackmailed and threatened with getting doxxed, and it wasn't even that I was like afraid of being doxxed, but I was just like, do I really want to go down this road of like generating a bunch of negative energy by creating conflicts and furthering conflicts with people? Is that really the way I want to go about this? And so I decided, no, that's not the way I want to go about this. I don't want to just be like a bullying channel. Because it wasn't really mean-spirited. I thought it was really funny, and that's why I was doing that kind of stuff. I thought it was really funny. I'm smart, and I'm good at picking apart language, like when I was replying about the manga reviews, and I'm good at just like, I was just rhetorically superior, okay? I was rhetorically superior, so it was very easy for me to just pick people apart. And I don't know, I just didn't want to go down that path, you know what I mean? Because it would have been pretty easy to just hone in on that and just fucking rip people a new asshole every day. Like, you remember that video where I went after Misty Chronexia for no reason? Like, the guy is sitting there just reviewing anime, and he's like, you know, just talking about the anime that he likes. He's like, how did he talk again? How did he used to talk? He'd be like, okay guys, Misty Chronexia here. We're going to talk about a new episode of a new anime. It's the start of the summer anime season, and I like this character because she's a very cute character, and I like her cute energy, and I like her cuteness, and I like this other character because, you know, and I come along out of nowhere and I'm like, You're fucking ugly, you're bald, you look like a naked mole rat, you sound retarded, you're fucking stupid. It's like it's like holy shit, what the fuck? This guy did not hurt this guy this guy this guy did not hurt anybody. He never came after me. Um yeah, so I was just good at that. I was good at like just being very mean to people. So yeah, that is the same jacket from back then. Yeah. I don't buy clothes that often, believe it or not. I do have some new swag, but I still have a lot of the same clothes. So Code has a gift for voice impressions. That's actually true. That's part of why I'm so good at speaking Japanese, because I can imitate how Japanese people talk. Where a lot of people have a very strong accent in Japanese, but I can imitate different rappers too and rap in their voices. I should probably do content like that because I think that type of stuff will be going big on Japanese TikTok and stuff. Doing like an impression of rappers, Japanese rappers, as a foreigner. Um, I definitely need to do more covers and stuff like that because people don't know me, they don't know my music. Obviously, I got to do covers as like a promotional thing. I just finished remaking an old beat from 16 years ago that sounds kind of shitty now, but it's a great song, so I completely remade the beat. I'm going to make a fucking sick ass cover. I'm excited about it. But hey everybody, welcome in. Welcome in everybody. Good to be back. I think we're going to do a weekly live stream, maybe more than once a week. But right now I'm going to commit to once a week, and we're going to try to build up a little Code Provider live stream here. We're going to try to revive the channel from the dead. I don't think I'm going to upload, well, I can upload like clips from the live streams too. I think I'll do that. I just, that's the pain in the ass. I don't want to go back and edit stuff. But I'll do it. I'll do it eventually. And I have footage also with Travis Wu. I don't know if you guys remember the podcast I did with Travis Wu, but I stopped by Hawaii on my layover for 24 hours. And so I stopped by Hawaii and I met up with Travis Wu and we had a real life sort of podcast situation. But I haven't edited those videos yet because it was windy because we were in Hawaii at the beach. And so, I keep looking at the chat and losing my train of thought. I shouldn't be looking at the chat. But basically, I have to process the audio of those videos with AI to remove the wind noise. And then I have a bunch more interesting, funny content there. Because Travis was a funny guy. That guy's really funny. He's a cool guy. So I got some things in the works, boys. I don't know if you're following my music. If you were here on the last stream, I'm chilling my music, but that's what I'm focusing on right now. So if you could check out the music, I'd appreciate that. I think it's pretty good, and it's going to get better. I'm getting better and better at it. Anyway, let's get to the topics at hand here. I got some topics I wrote down. First things first, I want to talk about TikTok a bit because I have a TikTok page called Raijin Music. And I noticed something because TikTok is a female-dominated social network platform compared to all the others. Like Twitter is male-dominated, as far as I know, as far as I can tell, and YouTube is as well, or I guess it's like children-dominated. But TikTok is the one that, yeah, is also a lot of kids, but I think there are more adult women than adult men. And even the men on there, I think, have kind of been influenced by this vicious feminine energy. It's kind of weird because like also part of TikTok culture is rage baiting. It's fun to just like leave rage bait comments and just get like 500 fucking replies to your comment, and it's just fun. It's fun to rage bait people. That's kind of like part of the culture of the app, right? So I had two incidents recently where one of them I wasn't even rage baiting. I just thought it was a funny remark, and then one of them I rage baited. So first of all, I rage bait this fat like Thai or Vietnamese dude, whatever, who has like a rabbit farm. I don't know if you've seen this stuff. It's pretty popular on TikTok, but he has like a rabbit. He starts raising rabbits in his house, and what he does is like he names his rabbits like, and he'll name them after anime characters, and he'll show you how cute they are. He'll be like, "Oh look, this is Luffy. I'm gonna eat Luffy today," and he shows you the rabbit. He gets up close and personal in the camera, shows you how cute the rabbit is, and then the next frame he's like eating the rabbit. And he does that to rage bait. Like the whole essence of his content is rage baiting his audience, because he gets you to know the rabbit and then he kills the rabbit and eats it. So he's trying to get people upset about killing the rabbits, right? So I left some sort of rage bait comment about how the suffering of animals should be treated more seriously, like the Buddha or something. I made some sort of reference to Buddhism and how he's contributing to this endless cycle of pain and suffering. Oh man. Anyway, so so he replies to me, and I reply back and forth a few times, and then a bunch more people comment and reply, and then this fucking idiot makes a video response to my comment. You could do that on TikTok. You could do like yeah, you can. So it'll show the comment on the screen in his video, and in the video he's like pointing the camera at a poster of like some Buddhist character, some bodhisattva on the wall, and he's like, I'm Asian. You're not even Asian. You're a wannabe Asian. You're a fucking weeaboo. You what? You live in Japan? You're fucking weird. You're a wannabe fucking Asian. You don't know. Oh, you trying to teach me about Buddhism? You don't know about fucking Buddhism? And he's like, do you even know who this is? And he's like, showing me some like bodhisattva on the wall. He's like, do you even know who this is? Do you know who this is? No, you don't, because you're a wannabe. Don't try to tell me about Buddhism. And it's like, holy shit. My rage bait worked a little bit too well. And I just left a comment like, ha ha ha, just laughing at it. The video's gone. He deleted it immediately. That's the thing. Because I replied in the comments. I was like, ha ha ha. And then he deleted it. He got embarrassed. He realized he got rage baited. But here's the thing. Within like the 10 minutes that video was up, from his followers, I had like 7 people come to my channel on TikTok and leave comments. And I think some of these are still up. 2 people I blocked because they were just like incessantly sending me messages and shit. A few of the comments I left up is just on one of my recent songs. Hold on. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, so this person said, better watch your 6 from now on, like 6 o'clock, like behind me. I'm in Japan next week for 3 months. A reply to that comment, Al can meet up with you, bro. I'm here at Osaka. Hit me up and we'll find this guy. And then a third one. If anything, let's make this a party. I can book a flight in 3 weeks. Same person. A separate comment. I'm gonna make sure your music never kicks off. The fuck? Another comment. You're trying to teach him about the Buddha. Are you serious? Like, holy shit, man. These people get triggered so easily. It's absolute fucking retards. Yeah. Like, yeah, you're gonna come get me, huh? You're gonna find me in Japan. Like, what's the point here? You're gonna find me, you're gonna come find me and beat me up? Like, yeah, okay. Give it a fucking try. Find me and beat me up. It's fucking, like, what? Anyway. Then there was this guy, I forgot his name though. I wonder if I could find it if I go through my, I don't think so. I get so many TikTok notifications every day. I don't think I can find it. But there's this, maybe you can find it. There's this like Italian, maybe I can find it. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's this like Italian retired fashion designer who had to close his business or something during COVID. So he started doing TikToks of like eating sandwiches, and he started blowing up during COVID, during the lockdown, eating like gourmet sandwiches or something. Anyway, the guy has these disgusting yellow ass beaver teeth, and I have like pretty yellow teeth. Like my teeth are not white either, but this guy has like bright fucking orange, bright yellow teeth, right? And it looks like a beaver. They're like elongated, and his whole head looked like long, you know, like he just looked like this long, weird, distorted version of a human being, and incredibly ugly, like some kind of fucked up beaver human hybrid. And I was very nice in the comments. I thought I was complimenting him. Honestly, I said, all I wrote was Anthony Bourdain's creepy half brother or something like that. I think that's exactly what I wrote. Anthony Bourdain's creepy half brother. That's all I write, right? And he replies to me, apparently, and this guy has like 1.5 million followers on TikTok or something crazy, right? He's got like 1 million views on the video. He's just eating a fucking sandwich. And he replies to me. He's like talk, and he goes. So he went to my channel and he listened to my songs, and then he starts trying to like shit on my content, and he was like, "Your content is unoriginal, uninspired. You're just following trends," which is not true. If you listen to my music, it's clear that I'm doing original stuff and I'm not just following trends. And it's just funny to me because I know it's not true. Like, it doesn't matter what this fucking guy tells. And it's ironic too because all he's doing is little food TikToks where he's eating sandwiches. Okay, so he's all fucking high and mighty on his high horse because he's got 1 million followers eating sandwiches on TikTok. But then he's trying to talk shit to me when I'm writing all my own original music, you know, putting together all the instruments, doing everything myself out of a fucking little tiny ass apartment. And he's trying to come to me and tell me I'm unoriginal, uninspired. He's sitting there eating sandwiches with big ass, yellow ass fucking teeth. His name was the Imp of something. Imp of the something. Some like weird retired fashion designer. Obviously hates life. And that's what you can tell from a lot of like, especially left wing people. They hate life. They hate themselves. They hate themselves, which causes them to hate the world. They hate life. They hate everything around them. And they try to spread that energy. So I leave like a fun little comment how he looks like a creepy Anthony Bourdain, and this guy was replying to me like 7 times, and yeah, man, he really he didn't like my music. I don't think he listened to it, to be honest with you. I think he was talking out of his ass. I don't think he listened to my music, but he really wanted to hurt me. He wanted to get me where it hurts. So he did go to my channel, and he took a look at what I do. And he tried to insult my content. He didn't even mention that I don't have viewers. He didn't mention anything like that. He was trying to get at the content, like the actual content of the content, to try to make me feel bad. Didn't really work, but I did take note of it, and I realized, you know, TikTok is this like very vicious female space. Even the men on TikTok, they act like these what do you call, what's the word? Begrudged. They act like begrudged women. Begrudged. Hold on. I think the microphone might be a little too loud. I felt like it was clipping. I gotta lower the levels a little bit. One moment. But that's just a little funny story to get started here. A little funny story. So follow me on TikTok, Raijin_music. RAIJIN. Follow me on TikTok. Yo, we got Danny back here. Just missed the TikTok story, but that's okay. We're going to have some more stories here. We're going to move on. We're going to keep going with the topics. We got PHLE Anime. What's up, brother? I should probably have the... Hold on. I should have the... Because I have it set so any sort of donations will not interrupt me, because I just want to keep talking. But I do want to have it on the side so I notice... If somebody does send something, I don't want to miss it and be rude. You know what I'm saying? Just want to get set up here. What's going on here? Anyway, that's what's going on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? These people are fucking crazy. These people are wild. Oh, I should just go to the link. Hold on. No, it's not going to work. YouTube is the only social media network that is needed. That's actually not true, Danny. It's not true anymore. TikTok is much easier to organically blow up. I had a viral video on TikTok, 7.5 million views. I uploaded a part 2 to that video, got 500,000 views with my music in it, so 500,000 people heard my song. None of those people migrated to Spotify, so I guess the song wasn't very good. But I think it's just because TikTok, you scroll so fast, so if you don't... That's why people upload, like... I don't know if you heard the da-da-da-dan intro, the new intro, but the girl who sings that, Ina the End, whatever her name is, she has been uploading promos for that song for the last 3 months. Ever since that song debuted, she's been uploading a short TikTok video and Instagram video to promote that song. Even though it's an anime intro, she's making sure to every day keep it in people's consciousness. She's doing like a different version, a different, slightly different angle, a different dance, a different outfit, singing with someone else, collaborating, and she literally has like 100 videos promoting the same song, and that works in short form sites. It doesn't work as well on YouTube if you're not already known. But it does work on these platforms because if people are scrolling and they see it multiple times, they start getting used to the song. And there's science out there. People like the music that they're used to. So if you get people used to your music, they're gonna like it. They're gonna start listening to it voluntarily instead of being forced to like it. So it's like a strategy of rapid fire forcing people to like your music, basically. So TikTok and Instagram are basically a necessity nowadays for being a musician. I'm trying to go to. I don't know how I go to the. This is crazy. Hold on. 誰か呼んだか Rebel Music 響かせてやれよ世界中に歪みまくった僕らの地球儀の中から叫ぶ自由人天国になどとに行けないけどこの音楽なら聴ける耳が痛いのは仕方がないけど俺の仏は止まらない天国になどとに行けないけどこの音楽なら聴ける俺たちはいつも音の上のば殺しより助けたい助けたいYeah, I don't know where the fucking manager is for this tip shit. Oh, here it is. I found it. I don't even know what I clicked, but I found something. Alright, cool. There we go. I got my alerts, my alert feed here. Alright. I see my alerts now. Now we're going to move on to another topic. I got a topic here. Speaking of TikTok, I don't know if this is the same for all you guys, but on my feed, I've been getting a lot of Emily Armstrong. Emily Armstrong, if you don't know, she's the new singer for Linkin Park. Now, let me tell a little story about me and Linkin Park to start things off. When I was a kid, 4th grade, started getting the System of a Down. My parents showed me System of a Down because they are an Armenian band, and they said, oh, look at these nice boys making Armenian music. And it was heavy metal. It was the first time I had ever heard heavy metal, and it got me really hooked because it was so interesting, so diverse. They got incredible melodies you don't really hear elsewhere. They've got awesome contrast, 2 vocalists with very different voices. It's just such a unique band. It's an amazing band. I listened to basically only System of a Down until like 6th grade, or 7th grade. From 4th to 7th grade, I only listened to System of a Down. I was completely addicted to System. But my best friend in the 5th grade, named Chris, shouts out Chris, who knows, he might see this video, who knows. He's the guy that I talked about in my Naruto childhood video that we used to write fucking fan fictions at lunchtime and role play our own storylines, and we inserted ourselves into the Naruto universe. And he was my Naruto buddy, man. We would just do ninja battles together. We'd make shurikens and kunai knives, and the teachers would fucking take our paper weapons away during school. And we'd go to his backyard and fucking fight each other, and then his older brother would come in, do backyard wrestling shit, and just like throw us into the swimming pool, and we did wild shit together. So that kid, his favorite band was Linkin Park. So I'd always kind of liked Linkin Park, and if you remember back then, some of the most popular Naruto AMVs were with Linkin Park. It was Runaway. I'm pretty sure it was Runaway with Gaara versus Rock Lee. That was a huge AMV back in the day. And there was another one for Naruto versus Sasuke when Naruto awakened the Nine Tails powers. The first Naruto Sasuke fight, that was a huge AMV back then. All Linkin Park songs. So Linkin Park has always been like in the back of my mind, even though I've never been too much of an avid listener. But then Chester died, of course. He, we know what he did. And they replaced him. And ever since replacing him, Linkin Park has sort of like blown up in my feed because I listened to the new singer, and then they kept recommending me the old songs, and I'm like, oh, these old songs are pretty good. Chester was a great singer. And then I get recommended the new songs, and then I'm like, I don't like these new songs. And, so I keep getting Linkin Park in my feed. Anyway, common theme here. is people don't like Emily. People don't like Emily. Some people do, and I assume it's mostly newer fans and a lot of women, because women, they like women, they like female singers, and whatever it is. But some people like Emily. Most people don't like Emily, and there's a big debate going on with Emily Armstrong. Can she fit in Linkin Park? Can she pull off singing Chester Bennington songs? And I'm going to say no, she cannot. And I'm going to just give an angle that I don't hear anybody really talking about when they talk about Emily. The most common criticism I hear of her singing is that she sings with anger, but Chester sang with pain. So when you listen to Chester screaming, he sounds like he's in pain. But you listen to Emily, and she sounds angry. And that's the big difference, and that's why she doesn't fit in the band. I disagree. I don't think that's the difference. I mean, that's part of it for sure. I think Chester had a genuine emotion, and Emily is trying to replicate that, so it's never going to be as good as the original, because that came from deep in his heart, deep in his soul, and she can never match that because it's just not coming from that place. It's coming from a totally different place where she's trying to just copy that and try to match that energy, and she never can, and she can never stand up to it. So if she wants to make something of this, she really has to try to reach into her own heart, her own soul, and have an original sound. But that is not the biggest issue. The biggest issue with why she cannot sing these classic Linkin Park songs is that she's a woman. And nobody wants to say it, but she's a woman. And it's not even that her voice, because they both had a very high-pitched range. So it's not like a thing about the musicality of the vocal range and things like that. It's not a technical thing. But people don't connect to male and female voices in the same way. We just don't. So when you listen to these songs and you listen to their lyrics, it doesn't sound like you can even connect to it when she sings the lyrics, because it's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, you're not relating to these words. They're not coming from you, and you can tell they're not coming from you. We can't connect to that. That's the big problem with Emily. Let me give you some examples, I guess. I mean, what's a big Linkin Park song that she's doing? I'm just gonna type in Linkin Park. Yeah, Numb. That's a big one. I think Numb is a big one that she fucked up. Let's look at these lyrics. Yeah. Look at these lyrics. I'm tired of being what you want me to be, feeling so faithless, lost under the surface. Okay? Don't know what you're expecting of me, put under the pressure of walking in your shoes. Every step that I take is another mistake to you. I've become so numb, I can't feel you there. Become so tired, so much more aware. Yeah. I mean, it's just different. Like, yeah, you could say that a woman can connect to those words, and everyone can experience that feeling, and, it's relatable for everybody. You could say that. But I'm saying, it's different. It's just different. It's different because when a woman sings that, or when a woman imagines that feeling, what he's talking about, it's like a totally different image. You see something totally different. Men and women go through different struggles. We have different lives. On average, men's lives are similar to each other. Women's lives are more similar to each other. So we can relate with each other, respectively, much more easily than we can relate to the opposite sex. But it's not even just about how much we relate to the lyrics. It's about how much she relates to it. It's about how much she connects to it. It's about the authenticity of her really being connected to it. And I don't think that's there. And then I don't think that we can connect to it either because she's a woman. I can't. What do you mean? What do you mean you feel so numb? You're under all this pressure. It's like, you're hot. You grew up hot. You grew up as a hot girl. That's a totally different, way to grow up. Life is just, if you're a hot white girl, you have it on easy mode. You're the most desirable person on the planet. Every man of every race wants to have sex with you. You can basically get whatever you want. You get bonus points just for being you. Everywhere you go, no matter what you do, meeting new people, getting a job, XYZ, whatever it is, all of your experiences are better. They call it pretty privilege nowadays. Pretty privilege. So somebody like that singing these words, it will never hit, no matter how good she can sing. And I'm not saying she's a bad singer. She's fine. She's a good singer, obviously, but I don't think she can fit with these songs. So she either got to stop fucking singing these songs, because it doesn't fit and it never will, and it sounds like karaoke, if we're being honest. And she should focus on her new songs and take it in a new direction and do whatever they want to do with that, but leave these fucking old songs alone. It just doesn't fit. Gangsta Panda, yo, long time no see. An OG, a true fan. If they replace Chester with the dude instead, would you say it's more likely people would be satisfied and all that? Yes, 100%. And of course, it's impossible to replace Chester. He had a unique voice. He had a powerful voice that came from a very unique perspective. His voice was really tightly connected to his personal pain and his personal story. And you could tell he really felt his singing. In a similar way to the singer from Tool, I think they have a similar, like, high-pitched vocal that brings with it a lot of pain. But, there's a lot of men who have that and a lot of men who have higher-pitched voices, and I think there are a lot of men who can sing Linkin Park better than she can. I think there definitely are. I think they wanted to make a point of going in a different direction and make a point of choosing a woman because she's different, and then it wouldn't seem like they're trying to really replace Chester. It would seem like they're trying to go in a different direction. You know what I mean? Because if they choose a man, then maybe he does sound too similar, and then people would be upset in that way. Maybe the band doesn't even want to perform in that way because he's too similar, and they feel bad because, they can't replace Chester, and it feels like they're trying to replace Chester. So this way, it doesn't feel like they're trying to replace Chester. It feels like they're trying to go in a new direction. But if you're going in a new direction, you got to just focus on the new songs. That's what I'm saying, because she cannot sing these old songs. Just does not fit at all, and it's like a mockery. It feels like a mockery. Anyway, nobody's connecting to these old songs unless you didn't connect to them to begin with. Like, if you're a woman. A lot of women are connecting to it now because a woman is singing. But there you go. Anyway. So that's that. That's a topic I wanted to talk about. So I talked about TikTok. Talked about, that. Your room's a mess, man. Get it together. Yeah, I know. Okay. All right. I don't need you to tell me that. You're not my mom, Habib. Okay? Habib. Yeah, I'm aware my room is messy, but, like, it was clean, like, 2 days ago. I just start throwing shit around. After I clean it, then because it's clean, I just throw shit around everywhere, and then it gets dirty. And then now it's dirty, and I will have to clean that. And I will clean it. So I don't need you to fucking tell me to clean it in the chat. That's annoying. All right. I think it looks good. I think for a stream, this is like a good background. If it was too clean, it would be boring to look at. But because it's dirty, you can look at it and you can be like, oh, wow, look at all this shit everywhere, It's more interesting, more engaging. All right. I'm just looking at my notes here because I had a few topics I want to talk about. Have you noticed, this is just a side note, but I have it in my notes here. Have you noticed that when they do, like, videos and documentaries of African tribes people, they feel like David Attenborough wildlife documentaries? Have you noticed that? With this, like, slow talking British voice, and they're like, the Maya Chalaikla people of South Sudan. Look how they engage in their traditional customs. They like to stick a bone through their nose. It represents the sanctity of their penis. And when they reach the age of 14, in order to christen their penis, they must put a bone through their nose. It must be a vulture bone. And whatever the fuck. You know what I mean? I think it's kind of funny. Because I saw one of these tribal videos of these guys on stilts. This African tribe where they all walk on stilts to avoid to avoid avoid getting bitten by snakes while they're walking. So the entire tribe is walking on stilts, and they put this fucking like Lion King music over it, like I can buy you, you know. And it's just funny. It's just funny to me. Like it's funny. Like they're making this dramatic nature. Like they're animals. Yeah, it feels like they're making like an animal documentary. It's pretty funny. That's just a little side note. I want to talk about Mega 64 because I hadn't talked about this. So a while back, I think at this point, a year and a half, maybe 2 years ago, I sent Mega 64 a box of sodas from Japan because on Rocco Bodie's personal channel, they do videos where they taste test stuff. And I like watching those videos. I've always been a fan of Mega 64. Let me just give a little history of Mega 64 right now. So they're, if you don't know, they're a big YouTube channel from back in the day. Classic internet videos. They used to do videos bringing video games into the real world. They would dress up as a character. They would go do man on the street type content before that was a thing as the video game character and get funny reactions from people who are not in on the bit. It was basically Jackass with video games themed Jackass. I always thought those videos were really funny for over 10 years now, I think, for a long time, maybe 15 years. I don't know, man. For a long time, I was watching those Mega 64 videos. And let me just say, I never thought Sean was funny at all. And he's still not funny. He'd never been funny. And Derek, I think, has had like a couple moments where he was funny, but he's not a funny guy. He's not. I just loved Rocco. Rocco is fucking hilarious. He's one of the funniest people. For me, he was a big inspiration for me of comedy, of like being funny. I think watching so much of Rocco and paying attention to like what makes him funny helped me get funnier. So I really always loved Rocco Bodie. He's awesome. And you can kind of see the difference between the guys, by the way. They had a really big impact on me because they had a clip from one of their podcasts. So they still do a podcast. That's like the main thing they do now. They don't do many other videos. And I'm not a podcast listener, their podcast. But this clip from their podcast, when I was in like university, I think like first or second year of university, this video came out and they were talking about how to be confident. And you could kind of tell why Derek and Sean were not funny because of the advice they gave on how they're confident. I forgot what Sean said, but I remember Derek said, fake it till you make it. He said, if you're not confident, fake it till you make it. Just pretend you are. Just act. Just act like you're confident, and eventually you'll forget you're acting, and you'll just be confident. And you can tell. You can kind of tell Derek is kind of just faking it. Like, he sounds fake. He sounds forced. When he's trying to be funny, it sounds forced. And that's why it's not funny. And that's the thing with Rocco. Like, he just has such a natural flow to being him. Just doing his thing. Doing his bits. And that's what makes him so funny. And also, he looks funny. Like, he's fat. He's got a funny look. I mean, it helps. He knows it helps. I'm not trying to, like, hate on him and make fun of him. He knows it helps. He has, like, a funny look. He's got a funny energy. He's a natural. Anyway. What's the point here? So Rocco, how to be confident. Rocco said the way he became confident is he just made a conscious choice that he couldn't be shy. Because he imagined like a room with a pie and a crowd of people in the room. And he was like, if you want a slice of that pie, and there's only one pie, but there's a crowd of people, where in the room are you going to be? Are you going to be in the back of the room hoping that you might get a piece of pie? Or are you going to be in the front of the room where the pie is? So if you want something out of life, you can't be shy. So just stop. Just stop being shy. Because if you're shy, you're not going to get a slice of the pie. You're just going to fall behind. You're not going to get it. There's not going to be enough pie for you. There isn't enough for everybody. So if you don't go and take a piece, you're not going to get a piece. And so if you're shy, you're just eliminating yourself, your possibilities, your prospects. You're eliminating possibilities from your life. And when he said that, that really resonated with me. And it helped me become less shy as well. So anyway, Mega 64 has been a part of my life for the better part of like 20 years at this point. And I'd always liked them, I will say. So, a year or two ago, I decided I'm going to send these guys a box of Japanese sodas. I think it'd be funny for them to test. They often drink special edition, limited edition releases of like Pepsi, of like Coke. They'll drink soda all the time. So I thought, I'm going to ignore that chat. That's not very nice. I'm ignoring that chat. Don't be mean in the chat, people. I love this guy, okay? Anyway, so I sent a bunch of sodas to them to taste test. They did the video taste testing the sodas. So I appreciate that. And they did mention code provider. So he wasn't like, he wasn't, he gave me this, he mentioned it was me. I spent a lot of money shipping fucking soda from Japan. Like, soda's heavy. It's a liquid. So I spent a good chunk of money sending them the soda. But here's the disappointing thing, is I wrote a note explaining each soda selection, because they can't read Japanese, explaining what each of them is, and a note about them, right? They didn't read the note. Did not read the note. It was a good note. It was a funny note. It was an informative note, and that was an important part of the puzzle. They did not read the note, and then throughout the entire video, they were like, "What's this? What's this? Oh, I don't know. Oh, that's gross. What's this? And they were like, it would have been a lot better if they read the fucking note. So I had a feeling that maybe Rocco, I don't know. I think because he's aware of me. I've met him in real life. He's aware of me. He knows he knew back then I was the One Piece guy. He said he was watching a bunch of my videos to do research for their One Piece video. When they were working on a One Piece video, they were like literally watching my One Piece videos for research purposes. Apparently that's what he told me. Maybe he was just buttering my toast or whatever back then. But I met him at Anime Expo, and that's what he told me. So he was aware of me. And I think if that's the case, maybe he was aware that I put on the Trump hat back then. Maybe he was aware that I was a right-wing kind of person. And here's the funny thing, and I think maybe so he finds that distasteful. I think that's possible. I don't know what I could have commented. I'm sure I commented something on one of his videos in the past, or whatever it is. I feel like, I have had sort of like a controversial internet presence at one point, and it's possible that's in his memory, and I'm somebody he doesn't want to really associate with because of dangerous, right-wing associations, whatever it is. You know what I mean? That I kind of got the sense of that, because he is a super, super, super left-wing California guy. And here's the thing, though. It's kind of weird, because if you buy their DVDs, which I did, I bought version 1, 2, and 3. Version 1 is pretty shit, not really watchable in the current year, unless you're a huge fan. Version 2 was pretty good. Version 3 was great, but even I noticed back then, my criticism with version 3 back then, when I watched that, was that there were too many gay jokes. And I don't mind gay jokes. I'm not like a social justice guy. I don't mind some gay jokes, but it felt like the majority of the jokes in the whole DVD was gay jokes, and using the word that I probably can't say on YouTube anymore, the F word, the slur, the gay slur. So I remember there was like tons of gay jokes, tons of the F slur, and I don't get how you go from that to being like super PC, super left wing. Like, he looks like a lesbian now. He looks like a lesbian. He dyed his hair, and he's got this like lesbian hairstyle. So I don't really get how you go from like too many gay jokes that even I kind of cringed at it, because it was just so many gay jokes. You go from that to being like a lesbian liberal. It's just fucking crazy. So that was pretty weird to me. And also it's weird to me how, like, bro, I don't know. You know when guys who just shouldn't be so judgmental of others are judgmental of others, you know what I mean? Like, the guy buys every Power Rangers figure that comes out. Like, he's an avid toy collector. He spends his like all of his money on fucking toys, and it's like not even cool ones. It's like Power Rangers, and they all look the fucking same. It's like, oh, they released a new edition of this next Power Rangers, the whatever, and he's got like fucking 100 different models of the same toys. You know what I mean? And it's like, who the hell are you to be judging people? Judging like you think a Trump supporter is worse than you? And I'm not even a Trump supporter anymore. I was very shortly in 2015, 2016, but I changed my tune very quickly when I realized what was really going on. But that's not. I'm not. It's not. I'm not taking it personally. I'm just saying, how can you be so judgmental of others when you are like, you know, like, to me it seems like an autistic obsession with something from your childhood. You know what I mean? Like, there's some autists who just can't get past something from when they were kids. I knew a guy who was super autistic when I studied abroad in Tokyo, and we went to he showed me around Akihabara because I didn't realize how autistic he was. He showed me around Akihabara, and he took me to a maid cafe, and he was like dancing around the maid cafe with fucking Digimon plushies. And he just loved He was obsessed with Digimon still his entire life because he just never got over that. And that's a common theme with people with, strong autism. They never get over X thing from their childhood. That's what it seems like to me, this Power Rangers obsession. But anyway, Easy W says it's performative. I don't think so. I think it's genuine, because if you listen to Rocco talk about politics, it does come off pretty genuine. And I think that's where maybe he didn't want to read my letter. He didn't want to bring too much attention to me. Whatever the case may be, I was disappointed they didn't read the letter. I will say, I'm disappointed they didn't read the letter. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because also they have like a bigger and bigger friend group. They got more and more people working on Mega 64, and they're mostly just like making T-shirts, which sell, and I think that's the bulk of their income. But they've got like 10 people working on the team. They're just making T-shirts and then doing a podcast. Like, how much fucking money do you make off of like a small podcast that's not that popular, and then like a cult following that buys your T-shirts? That's shocking to me that they've been growing and growing their team over the years, and they don't fucking make content except the podcast. Is that really all you need to do? You do like a mid-tier fucking podcast with like 500 viewers, 1,000 viewers, and that's all it takes? That's all it fucking takes? I got to get these numbers up. If I get 100 live viewers, I guess that's a full-time job at that point. 100 live viewers, I'm in fucking business. This is a fucking podcast. I got to get a special guest, I guess. I get Dan on here. We'll get Dan. We'll do a fucking... Dan, we should do, not today, but we should plan in advance, and we should do a live stream together. I think that'd be fun. Talk about your Japan experience. I think that'd be really fun for people to hear about, because you did some wild shit. You're a wild guy. That'd be pretty fun if you're down for that. So that's coming up on the channel. Talking with Danny. And that'll be good. Chat's kind of slow, guys. We only got 10 people watching. Last time I did this, we had like 20. We had 20 people. Now we have 10. I appreciate you guys for being here, but let's double these numbers, okay? Let's double these numbers. Whatever you have to do. If you want to watch porn on the side and touch yourself, you just got to keep the stream on. Keep the stream going. We got to get these numbers up. Anyway, I want to talk about Pokemon. I think Pokemon cards are getting out of hand. One of my childhood friends I talked to relatively recently, and he said he got into selling Pokemon cards recently. And that makes sense, because these guys don't have morals. They don't have moral character. I think getting into Pokemon cards and dealing and selling and trading Pokemon cards as an adult is disgusting. Like, it is immoral. It is disgusting. It's taking advantage of children and promoting gambling. Because what the fuck are these pack openings, dude? It's hooking children on gambling early. Like this guy Leonhardt. You know this guy Leonhardt? And everybody like him. There's like a million fucking pack openers, but Leonhard in particular, because he's like very child friendly. He's like a family oriented channel, and he keeps everything like he has this like happy kids voice, like he's talking to a bunch of kids. He's like very self aware that he's dealing with a child audience. But what is he doing in the videos? He's opening up packs of Pokemon cards. So he's giving children that gambling sense, that gambling rush vicariously, because kids don't have money. Kids can't buy that many packs of Pokemon cards. But, you know, when it's their birthday, when it's Christmas, what are they asking for? They're asking for Pokemon cards so they can gamble. And, you know, it's not even really about getting the Pokemon they like it was when we were kids. We just wanted to get the Pokemon we liked. We were like, oh, I want fucking Alakazam. I want Hypno, you know? But now they're like excited if it's worth money. It's all about the money. And so it literally is just gambling for kids. And if you get in on that and you start making videos promoting it and then selling the cards, you're actually just increasing the market cap and you're increasing the hype, thereby increasing the price of these cards and helping to drive the market up, which brings in more kids because you're spreading that content, and then you're getting more kids into gambling. You're getting more kids into gambling. Like, the whole industry at this point is kids gambling. That is the core of the Pokemon card industry. It's really getting out of hand. I don't even watch those fucking videos, but sometimes they'll still pop up into my feed because I guess they're just that popular that I get these fucking gambling videos with Pokemon cards. I don't want to see gambling videos, and I especially don't want kids to be seeing them. It's a terrible thing, and people are not talking about this. People are not talking about how bad Pokemon has gotten for kids. What happens when these kids grow up? They're going to gamble. They're going to go to the casino. Like, this is really bad to be installing the gambling software into kids' heads, you know, in a really innocuous way. And I hate the way they sell it too. That's the thing. They make it seem like it's like a community. Oh, the loving, friendly Pokemon community, and you know, we all help each other and we're all here for each other. And they try to like pretend that the focus of the hobby is the community, and it's like, bruh, you guys don't even play the fucking game, so you're not going to the game store and sitting around playing cards and getting to know each other, making friends and driving to tournaments and all the stuff that comes along with playing an actual card game, which is a community activity and it is a good way to make friends. I made a lot of friends playing Magic the Gathering. A lot of the friends I still keep in touch with in America are from playing Magic the Gathering, so I understand that. But these people don't even fucking play the game. They don't fucking play the game. They literally just buy and sell the cards, and the cards only have value, well, one, because of nostalgia, because of the adults getting back into it because they're nostalgic, but two, because of kids. And it's a loop. It's a cycle. It's a loop, and that's why it keeps growing and growing and growing. Because there's always more kids. There's always more kids who are coming into that Pokemon age who get hooked. So, yeah. No, the Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh community is different, dude, because it's focused on the game. And those games are fun. And Magic is a great game for developing various skills, for having an outlet for creativity, deck building, for design, for thinking about strategy, for, you know, Magic is a great game for kids to play. If you minus, you know, the pack opening part of it being like gambling, Magic is a fantastic game. Pokemon, even the gameplay, I haven't really played it, but I hear that it is more luck based. There's a lot of coin flip cards, there's more luck integrated mechanics, so it's less of a skill game, whereas Magic, the same people will fucking win the events all the time, so Magic has a higher skill ceiling. But the point is, playing the game, at least, that is a hobby. Just trading and like buying and selling is not really a hobby. That's like doing a business. And I guess you could argue that's good for kids to learn those skills and get into business when they're young, but it's driven by the gambling element, which is why it becomes a problem. Well, the Secret Lair collaborations are not gambling because you know exactly what you're going to get. The Secret Lair collaborations are just like exclusive products that you don't have to buy. So it's whatever. And yeah, the real life Magic community has kind of been dying because of all these expensive cards. That's true. But you don't have to build decks in Magic. You can just play F&M, Friday Night Magic. You can draft. So that's generally like $10 entry. You open 3 packs and you only play with the cards in the packs you open. And that's a community activity where you're passing cards around and building a deck as you go. So Magic has always had the $10 cheap option. And you can build your collection if you're good. You can build your collection by winning those events. That's how I was getting cards. Like, I played Magic now for like 10 years, but I played seriously in person, in real life, for a few years. I think like only 3 years. And in those 3 years, I made like $30,000 playing the game. So, and that's a lot of it. That is also through speculative trading, because I was pretty good at that. It's pretty good at choosing the cards to trade into, trading my modern cards for older cards that would gain value over time. But a lot of that also was just winning, because I'm fucking good at Magic the Gathering, and I have won thousands of dollars just playing the game. So Magic has a thing where you don't need a deck. You can play for $10. That's a big difference as well. So $10 a week is something that everybody can basically afford. Anyway, fucking love Magic, dude. Magic's a great game. You made me want to play Magic right now, just mentioning it. But so let's see what my topics in my notes here. Talked about Mega 64. Talked about Pokemon. I got here another note. I noticed something. So last summer, I became friends with a lot of foreigners in Japan for the first time, and you might see that if you look in my TikTok page with my viral video. That was when we would go to a little island, we call it, but it's not really an island. It's just like a area of higher elevation dirt patches, sand patches in the middle of a river that we would go to and do like a barbecue, make some fires, and just hang out, swim in the river. We would just hang out by the river. Last summer, we were going to the secret island, and we were having a great fucking time. Like, we were going 2 or 3 times a week. Me, mostly my friend Joe, mostly the two of us, and we were just hanging out. We were just fucking chilling. We were drinking, we were eating, swimming, we were just talking, just having a great time. And it felt like we had this like brotherly bond. And we made a viral TikTok together, fucking like 8 million views on the videos we made together, just because like the atmosphere of that video was so fun. It was contagious, and everybody was sharing that video because it was a unique, fun. People were saying it was like Animal Crossing in real life. People were jealous of the life that we were living because we were just having so much fucking fun. That was last summer. Me and Joe hanging out at Joe's Island, just having a fucking wonderful time. It was so sick. Like, it was so awesome. It was so awesome. And then this summer, we didn't even go back once. He said he went, and there was a bunch of trash on the island, so somebody else found our location. And he said while he was there, somebody stole his bicycle. So he stopped. He said he stopped going because he didn't want to pick up other people's trash. And he also didn't want to get blamed for leaving trash, even though it wasn't his, but people would assume that it was his trash because he would go to that island often. So basically, he didn't want to be connected to an area where a bunch of ruffians were littering and, stealing his bicycle and all sorts of shit like that. Just some bad kids, some bad guys took our island. They took over our island. So that's why Joe said he doesn't want to go there anymore. All right. But also, I think I've noticed something where I don't get along with people. Like, I don't get along with normies. I just don't get along with normal people. Are any of you like this? Do you get this? Like, when I talk about something that I want to talk about, it becomes a problem. Like, for me, when I talk to somebody, I like to talk about a topic, about something. I like to like spitball around. It's like chewing gum together. And like, I like to massage and work our way through an idea and like think about an idea and think about a concept and just like shoot it back and forth and keep building on that. That's the idea of a fun conversation for me. Is like, let's present a concept. Let's kick that concept around like a soccer ball and let's make something out of it. And to me, that is fun. Like, that's a conversation. And I've noticed something, like, it's not me. Like, that's cool. Like, I stand by my preference of, like, that's an interesting conversation. But I've noticed that normies, if you talk about stuff that's like outside of personal information about their own lives, they like don't want to hear it. And it's not just politics, or it's not just religion. They always say you shouldn't talk about politics or religion with anybody. Okay, I understand that. But it could be like, other stuff. It could be about like Japan and how things are changing, about like whatever it fucking is. I don't know. Just like something, like a topic, Not just what have I been doing lately. Right? But it seems to me that whenever I'm in some sort of gathering with normies, that's the only thing that anybody wants to talk about is like, what am I doing? Like, have you noticed that? Does that happen to you guys too? Like, that's the conversation. It's like, you talk to somebody, they'll be like, yeah, so I've been doing really well at work and moving up in the company, and I'm doing, just start talking about their job. It's like, the fuck is this? Like, that's not a conversation. That's like you're reporting information about yourself. And what am I supposed to say? Like, okay, that's cool, man. Good for you. Now I'm going to tell you about my work. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck am I supposed to do with that? It's like a personal life update. Like, what the fuck is that? I feel like that's what women do. Women, they like get together at like a pancake cafe. They eat fucking pancakes because they're retarded. They'll pay like $20 for some fucking pancakes, just some flour, fucking flour and buttermilk, paying $20. But they like to do that. They like to sit there, and they talk about, oh, what have I been doing? Oh, I met a guy, and he was cute, but then he, and then that kind of shit. That's like what women do. But like, I don't talk to women. I'm talking about men. And even men, the normie men sound like women. It's just like personal life update. And then if you try to talk about something else that's like interesting, they're like off it. They're like, nah, I'm off it. They're not paying attention. They don't want to, go with that. So at first I thought, maybe it's a problem with me. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I talk about stuff that's too controversial, make people uncomfortable. Maybe I talk too much. I'm just annoying. I'm just loud. Whatever it is. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm the problem. I can't fit in the group. Obviously, I'm the problem. But I think it's just that most people are normies, and normies suck. And no, they're fine, but they're just not interested. Like, they're not interested in things that are interesting. They're interested in things that are boring. That's how it is. Like, what's boring for me is interesting to normies. What's interesting to me is boring to normies. So it's not even about like a deep, I'm not talking about a deep convo. It doesn't have to be like a deep, I'm not trying to act like, it doesn't have to be deep. It just has to be like interesting. Like something, like a topic, like a topic. Just something, it could be fucking anything. Just a topic, Like Naomi Osaka, she's fucking ugly. Why is she so ugly, I keep saying this bitch, and there was like a 2-year period where she disappeared from the news, and I didn't have to see this fucking bitch, but she's been popping up in the news again, because I guess she won some tennis bullshit again. Ugliest fucking woman in the world. Every time I see her face, I want to throw up. It's just disgusting looking. Honestly, just looks hideous. I hate her. I hate her so much. She makes me want to throw up. But yeah, like Naomi Osaka, why the fuck is she so ugly? Like, she's not the only half black, half Japanese. Why the hell is she so ugly? So that's a topic. You know what I'm saying? That's a topic. And that's not super controversial. That's not political. That's not religious. That's just like a funny idea. Naomi Osaka is particularly ugly. And that's not something I've actually talked about before. I was just trying to think of something. But like, you know, why is she that fucking ugly? And just think about it. Like, what is it? Is it that weird like hooked nose? Is it the thin lips? Is it the smushed kind of like rectangular face? Combination of all of them? Is it the lack of any sort of standout big feature? All of her features are kind of small. If she had big eyes, she probably would look a lot better. You know. So that's a topic. That's a topic you gotta shoot around. You think about, okay, how could you make Naomi Osaka attractive? How could you? Is there a feature you could change that would make her look good? I think it's probably the eyes. Now that I think about it. But Dracula says, "Wow, kind of weird, bro." Yeah, well, go fuck yourself. All right. That's the whole fucking point. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I am weird. I am weird, and I cannot get along with normal people for a long time span. That brings me back to my conversation, my topic about Joe. Is I think that is also a thing. Like, I think at the end of the day, he was like, you know what? I don't want to talk to this guy anymore. He's too out there. So, yeah. I think I might be too out there for normal people. And I'm, you know, and it's not even really about it. Although I am, you know, politically radical and I have crazy ideas, I don't even think it's really about that. It's more about like the natural flow and rhythm to how I exist, and the things I talk about or want to talk about, or the things I'm interested in, are just totally different from normies, from the average person. That's something I realized recently. Nietzsche speaks on this. Yeah, I've been getting more into Nietzsche recently, actually. Nietzsche and Carl Jung and Schopenhauer, you know, all the greats. You mean her most Japanese feature? You think her eyes are her most Japanese feature? I guess so, because she is black. So if you change the Japanese feature, she should look more like a black girl. And then she'd look more normal, which is more attractive. I guess she's so unattractive because she's like a weird hybrid that shouldn't exist. Like, it looks like she shouldn't exist. And, you know, so she sticks out like a sore thumb. So if she looked more, I don't know, man. I wasn't trying to actually make that the topic of the live stream. I was trying to just think of a random topic that I might talk about that other people don't want to talk about. Yeah. Anyway, it's all the topics I wrote down. That took me an hour to get through the pre-planned topics here. I don't know if anyone wants to send me a topic. Anybody got any questions? We got nine viewers here, 9 attentive viewers. Appreciate you all being here. We got Palace Moth 31 minutes ago tipped me and I did not notice. Are you still in the stream? Palace Moth. Sorry, I did not notice. Been a long time subscriber. Good to see you again. I want to recommend you do the music duo message. Look up the song Hi Wo Cow. They're in Japan, inspired by Seiko Ito. I've talked to them. They are sick. Okay, bro. I'll check it out. Thank you for the $3 American. I gotta check them out. Noted. I'm not gonna check them out right now on stream, but I will check it out later. Cool. Okay, you have a different username, so I didn't notice you were there. Are you still conquering Japan? At the moment, I'm trying to conquer the fucking Japanese music industry. I'm waiting on Brandon Buckingham to release the Japan videos that we made together. And if he does release a Japan video, I can hop back on the Conquering Japan video channel and start pumping out videos to pick up on the steam that he'll bring to my channel, because he's got fucking 2 million subscribers. So I'm kind of waiting for the Brandon Buckingham push, because otherwise it's a pain in the ass. Like, if I fucking, it takes a lot of fucking time to do everything by myself. I don't have an editor, never had an editor. I edit everything by myself, and it takes a long time. So to make YouTube videos for free and make no money and put like 30 hours per week into the videos is like a really tall order. So unless I can figure out a quicker way to do the content, or I can get actual viewership which will generate income, there's no way for me to really dedicate that much time to building the Conquering Japan channel at the moment. Music is more chill. I can do it from home, and I like it. I enjoy it. I like editing music. It doesn't feel as exhausting as editing video, although I do have to edit the music videos, which is a pain in the ass. So if anybody wants to help me edit music videos, let me know. Or if anybody wants to fucking help me make clips from the live streams, that's a thing too. I don't really have money to pay, though. It would have to be a volunteer effort until we start generating ad revenue. Then you can just keep the ad revenue. You take 100%. Take 100% of the ad revenue until we start making serious money. Then we'll renegotiate the contract. But I definitely need some help, I think. I've been doing everything by myself my entire fucking life. And I thought I had a lucky break working with Brandon Buckingham, but then I got fucked, because all he wants to do is go to different ghettos around America and make videos with dangerous criminals and gangsters and gunslingers. And his friend got shot in the neck. He's literally getting shot at by gangsters, and he's like, no, I'm going to keep going back to the hood. I got to keep making hood videos. Can't release the Japan videos, which is fine. I sound bitter right now. I'm not bitter. I sound bitter right now. But, I'm not bitter. It is disappointing. It is because also, here's the thing. Brandon Buckingham got his start the same way. That's why I thought he in particular would understand, because he paid Danny Mullen, at the time a bigger YouTuber, to be featured, because Danny Mullen had a promotion where if you gave him a certain amount of money, he would do a video with you on his Patreon. So he paid Danny Mullen, he flew out to Danny Mullen, and they did a video together, and that's what got him the notoriety. That's what got him the notoriety. And so I thought he would get it. Like, obviously, I've spent a bunch of money, flew out there, and stayed in Osaka for a week on my own dime, and tried to help out. I understand that I was probably annoying. I was a little bit too excited to be with him, because I love that guy. I love his videos. I think he's awesome. I think he's the funniest guy on YouTube. And he's funnier in real life. Like, meeting him in real life kind of ruined the videos for me, because he's so much funnier in real life. Like, he's so much funnier in person. He's 10 times funnier in person than in the videos. He holds himself back on camera. He's so fucking funny, dude. Brandon Buckingham, I think, okay, he's the second funniest person I've ever met in my life. The first funniest person would be Paul, this old British lawyer that I met. But Brandon Buckingham, second funniest person I've ever met in my life. That guy is fucking hysterical. Danny says he just wanted a guide around Japan. That's not true. And he still might upload those videos. He says he has a huge backlog of videos that he's recorded all over the world on his travels. He got married, he bought a house, he had a kid. He's also trying to stay up to date and do new videos, so he's always filming. And basically, he just has a shit ton of content. Like, he has more footage than he can make videos from. So it's possible those videos never get made, but he says he still intends on releasing some Japan stuff. So it is what it is. If it comes out, it comes out, and then maybe I'll go back on Conquering Japan and start trying to do more Japan videos. If not, then it is what it is. Gangsta Panda says, I liked his video on homeless people. Yeah, dude, we did a Japan homeless video. we did a video on homeless Japan, and that video is great. I think it's a little bit. I fucked up the translation a little bit, so it wasn't as climactic. Like it was one of the climactic moments to figure out the mystery. I kind of fucked up a translation, so it's kind of my fault. He might think that kind of ruined the video. It's possible. It's possible. I just wasn't good enough, and the videos are not that good. That's possible. At the same time, I was there, and the shit that we shot was so fucking funny. The footage that we shot was so fucking funny. Some of the funniest days of my life. Like hanging out with Brandon Buckingham. Even if he doesn't upload those fucking videos, I want him to come back to Japan. I just want to hang out with Brandon again. Because those were some of the funniest days of my life. It was so... I cannot stress that enough, how funny Brandon Buckingham is. The guy is so fucking funny. The guy is so damn funny. He's a natural. He just has like a natural, super fast wit. And he's just quick with it. Like, his response is like instant, natural, and on point and funny every time. Like, the guy is fucking funny, dude. Damn. Anyway, so I don't know if he'll ever see that. Message goes out to Brandon Buckingham. Funny motherfucker. Let's see them Japan videos. Yeah. Let's put the pressure on him. Nah. But anyway. Even if you don't upload the videos, I want to hang out with Brandon Buckingham again sometime. That was really fun. I hope he feels that way too. I think I probably got on his nerves a little bit. I do talk a lot. Like, I'm an annoying person. Like, I could be annoying. I know that. I understand. I'm self-aware. But I think we had a good time. I think he had a good time too. So I'd like to hang out with him again sometime. Anyway. So there's that. That's conquering Japan. Danny says, I find it funny how they built the Tokyo Skytree in the middle of one of the most porous areas of Tokyo. Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a Skytree. I'm not really interested in fucking tall locations. Like, what's the point? I don't get people who, like, whatever city they travel to, they go up the fucking tower. Like, oh, I want to see the fucking view. I can see that view from Google Maps. Like, it's the same view. It's a bird's eye view. It's from above. It's not detailed. You've seen these little, like, buildings. It's literally the exact same view if you look at it from Google Maps or you look at it in real life. What's the point? Like, what's the point? The only tower I went up was Tokyo Tower because they had that One Piece exhibition. When I was the biggest One Piece fan in the world, I went up that tower for One Piece. I didn't give a fuck about the tower and the view. Just did not give a shit. So Skytree can suck a dick. I've never been up the Sapporo Tower. And I live out here. I never went out the Hakodate Tower, and I used to live in Hakodate. I've never been up any tower of any city I fucking lived in. I don't give a shit about the fucking towers. I really don't get how that's like a thing people do. It's like, well, we're in Tokyo, gotta go up the fucking tower. You know, do you get that? Do you get that? Like, is that a thing that you understand? Is that like a common... What's the point of going up the tower? I don't get it. Why is that a thing? Anybody have an explanation for that? Why is that a thing to go up these towers? I don't know. But I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of these towers. Nobody complained about the audio this time, so I think I did fix the microphone issue. So that's good. Room tour when? I was thinking about doing a room tour because it has changed since we did a room tour on Conquering Japan. But I guess I could do a more in-detail room tour. I could show you my manga collection. I could show you my video game collection. I could show you my record collection. I could show you my book collection. I have a lot of collections out here. I've collected a lot of goods. So, yeah, I could show you some cool shit. I got a lot of cool shit for sure. I have too much shit. I always end up doing that. It's a bad habit. I have too much shit, and I have to start selling stuff. So if anybody wants to buy rare video games, let me know. I've got rare Japanese video games and I need to sell them. And I don't feel like making a Yahoo auction seller page because that shit is a hassle. And I'm really bad about filling out information and stuff like that. So I'd prefer not to make a Yahoo auction seller page. So if you'd like to just buy some rare games, let me know. I got rare games. Do you go to the gym or work out? No, I don't. I have a pull-up bar up there that I do kind of sometimes. I should go to the gym because the gym opened up fairly recently near me. Because there was another gym near me, but it was 9,000 yen a month, which is pretty expensive for me. You know? Like $70 a month for a gym, which I hate. I hate exercising. So why would I pay? And I did. I tried it. I tried the $9,000 a month. And I was exercising almost every day. And then I hurt my shoulder, so I stopped. And it's been about 3 years since I hurt my shoulder and I stopped. And I hadn't worked out since. I started doing the pull-ups a little bit. Now, a new gym opens up and it's fucking 1/3 of the price. It's like dirt cheap. And it's closer to me. So now it's like, it's like God is telling me specifically, you have to work out. That's why I have put this gym right in front of you and made it dirt cheap. So I know I have to start working out because I'm fat now and I'm turning 30 years old this year. So I got to start working out a little bit. And I got to get that gym membership, but I just can't be fucked, dude. I'm going to have to. Sucks. I fucking hate the gym. I hate working out. It's awful. It's really bad. It's just really bad, dude. Like, I don't know how anybody enjoys that shit. I don't think anybody does. I think it's like coffee. Like, you get used to it. You think you like it. Maybe you're just hooked on the adrenaline or something. I don't know, man. Did you know both Funimation and Right Stuff Anime don't exist anymore? It makes sense to me. Who the fuck buys anime anymore? Everything's streaming. Problem with the cheap gyms is that the equipment gets worn down quite quickly and they're too busy. That might be the case, but I'm not the type of guy who's going to spend a long time there because it is so close to me and I can just stroll over there and I can work out for 15 minutes and come back home and then maybe I'll go back again for another 15 minutes type shit. And if it's too busy, I can just turn back and go home. I don't have to, if I choose a time and go there and it's too packed and I don't want to be there, then I can just leave. So I think it's a good idea to go to the cheap gym as opposed to the expensive gym, which will just make me feel bad that I'm spending so much money. And it's also smaller, so like the equipment was being occupied anyway. The cheaper gym is bigger. So I don't even think that's the case, Danny. Bro, do you believe in God? My answer to that, like a month ago, would be yes, but I don't know. I think I'm back to, I don't know. I had a Christian phase where I really tried to believe in Christ. And I think it's better to believe in Christ, and I think the world would be better if everybody believed in Christ. But also, the historical explanations for how the Bible came to be written are pretty compelling. And the discrepancies between the Gospels are noteworthy, to say the least. And the similarities to Platonism are there. And there's a whole lot of basically connections that I've been thinking about recently of how Christianity could have came to be over time in a very kind of in a similar fashion to most other religions, and not necessarily because Christ is actually God. So I don't know now. I don't know. I'm gonna sit on that for a while and get back to you later. Is there a God? You were asking me, code provider, on a live stream with 9 viewers. And I'm going to say, I don't know. Not sure about that. I hope you got the answer you wanted. Not sure about it. Not sure about that. Anyway, that might be it. Might have to cut the stream. Check out some of these yeah, I don't know. No more chats. I think we might have to call it. I'll have to go back and make some clips. Play any video games lately? Yeah. I beat Witch Spring R in like 4 days, and that game was amazing. I wish it was longer. I wish I could just play that game forever. That game is so good. But I played the shit out of it, and I beat it in 4 days, and now it's over. I love Witch Spring R. That game made me feel so good playing it. It was so fun. I love Witch Spring R, guys. If you haven't played that game, play that game. It's short. It's a short JRPG. It was amazing. I loved it. I heard that they're working on a DLC for it to expand it and allow you to keep playing after you defeat the final boss, but I don't know about that. Hold on. Let me check. Witch Spring R DLC. Wait, what? It's fucking available, but is it on... It's not available on Switch, I guess? Hold on. Yeah, it came out August 22nd. Expands the game's narrative with stories set after the main campaign. Focuses on the perspective of a side character. Really? Hold on. Is it on Switch? If it's on Switch, I'm ending the stream immediately and downloading that shit. Oh, hold on. It is. What the fuck? It's available on Switch? No way. I remember asking ChatGPT, and ChatGPT told me it was not available on Switch. I guess it's available? Hold on. What the fuck? What the hell? Hold on. I gotta check this out. Check out my Nintendo Switch here. See if I can get the fucking Witch Spring R DLC. What's this called in Japanese? Mado Izumi. Majo Izumi. Do, 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 do. Ma. Dude, the Switch keyboard is such shit, dude. At least it's touchscreen, I guess. I need a small yo. How do I make a small yo? Tilt. Tilt? Bruh. How do you make a small character? This is ridiculous. Oh, I have to hold the... Why would I have to... Hold on. No, that didn't even work. This one? No. How do I... What the fuck? It's not even working. Oh. I don't get it. I'm just gonna do a big yo and see if it pops up. Did not pop up. That's annoying. I don't even know how to type on the Switch. Tilt. Oh my god, love that hair. Oh, My pigtails? You love my pigtails? Thank you, baby. I think this is gonna be my new thing. My new thing is pigtails. I'm doing a live rap performance next week, so I'm gonna do pigtails. I think for the rap performance, and I'll have some, hopefully, some good footage from that performance. I'm gonna have to practice so I can do a good performance. So I get some good videos, good footage, and we can upload some live performance video. I tried it once before, but I wasn't satisfied with my performance, so I didn't upload it. Hopefully, we can get a good performance this time. Majo no Izumi R, yeah. Hold on. I need... How do I... Bruh. Dareka yonda ka rap music 響かせてあれよ世界中に 歪みまくった僕らの地球儀の中から叫ぶ自由人 天国になどとに行けないけどこの音楽なら聴ける 耳が痛いとか仕方がないけど俺の仏は止まらない 天国になどとに行けないけどこの音楽なら聴ける 耳が痛いけど What the hell? Bruh. Okay, I did it. I made it smaller. There we go. Wait, no. Okay, there we go. And now this. Okay, there we go. Majo no Izumi. This game was so good, dude. And I'm not even like a big game person anymore, but fucking love this game. I've been getting more into games recently. Some good ass games. There are some good ass games out there, man. Wow, what? It's not on there? I can't find it on Nintendo eShop. What's going on? What the hell? Let me check on Nintendo eShop. Which spring are... Maybe ChatGPT was right. Maybe I can't get the DLC. Oh, wait, no. Here it is. DLC. See all. Hold on. Oh, no. Wow, ChatGPT was right. The DLC is not available on Switch. I have to play the game again on PC or something? What? Huh. But this game was so good, guys. Which spring are. So fucking sick. I love this game. I love the game. That was a great game. I love that game. I don't know what to tell you guys. I love that game. What else did I get? I got recently Bomb Rush Cyberfunk because I played Jet Set Radio Future for the original Xbox when I was a kid and reminded me of that, and I beat that pretty quickly too. I got Neon White, which was an amazing game. Love Neon White. I fucking love that game. I'm only playing good shit. Like if I don't love it, I just can't play it anymore. I have to get hooked. And the games that hooked me were Neon White, Bomb Rush Cyberfunk, and Majo no Izumi, which spring are. I tried Stray, and I got bored, so I put that down. I tried a bunch of stuff that I just put down. But those three I liked a lot. Recently, I got the Yu-Gi-Oh! Classic Collection, the Early Days Collection, and they have Yu-Gi-Oh! 2004, which is the Game Boy Advance game that I played when I was a kid. So I just got that because I thought it might be fun to try it in Japanese, but the gameplay is just like pretty shit. Like, it's just not a thinking game. Like, there's not much strategy. It's just about like grinding and then getting more powerful cards so you can defeat more powerful enemies who have more powerful cards. So you're just trying to grind and get points so you can buy packs, so you can open packs, so you can get cards, and then like that's basically what you're doing. The actual in-game strategy is not a big deal. It's not difficult. It's not too engaging. It's hard to go back to Yu-Gi-Oh! After playing Magic the Gathering. It's just a superior game. But it's pretty cool to see it in Japanese, the original of the game that I was playing when I was a kid. It brings back some memories, playing the Game Boy Advance when I'm in the car, you know, sitting in the back seat, playing GBA. you know. Good times. So it's pretty cool how they released the early collections. I also got the Mega Man Battle Network collection. I didn't even know, because when I was a kid, I got Mega Man Battle Network Blue Moon. As far as I know, in English, it was just called Blue Moon. It wasn't called For Blue Moon, or maybe it was. Regardless of if it was or it wasn't, I never knew there was another Mega Man Battle Network game. That was the first game that I played. It's the only Mega Man Battle Network game that I played, and I loved the shit out of it when I was a kid. Then I see they have the Rockman Exe collection in Japanese. I just see it at the store. That's the thing. I'm not like super tuned in to video games like coming out and stuff. I just sometimes will walk into a store and I'll see what's popping. I'll see what's new. I'll see what they have. And so it surprised me. I saw fucking Rockman Exe collection, and you know, it's like, wow. I didn't even realize they have like 10 different games of the Battle Network series, and I thought it might be fun to get into, but then I try it, and it's like, shit, it's a fucking Game Boy Advance. It's a fucking Game Boy Advance game, and the pacing of the games back then was just a lot slower. So it's kind of hard for me to get back into, but I really loved Battle Network Blue Moon when I was a kid. I liked it more than Pokemon, honestly. And Pokemon I loved, so yeah, I think that was one of the best games of my childhood was Mega Man Battle Network Blue Moon. It's a fucking phenomenal game. Phenomenal game. The Uzumi game is called Witch Spring R. Witch Spring is one word. Witch Spring R. Witch like a bad lady. What's up, Mare? Mare, the only dono from the last stream 11 days ago. I thought I streamed last week. Apparently not. It's been 11 days. So sorry about that. I said I'd do one stream per week, but apparently to me, a week is 11 days. So you might get one stream every 11 days. Or maybe every week if I can actually muster enough topics. Because now I did the topics. I had a list of topics. I talked about all the topics. Now I got to compile another list of topics. That's what I'm going to do. So I don't know. I don't have a schedule. I don't know when I'm going to do the streams, but I do know that I'm going to write down some topics that come to my mind that I want to talk about. And once I have enough topics that I feel like I could do like an hour-long stream talking about these topics, then I will do a stream on those topics. And then I'll respond to viewer comments at the end of those topics. And that's what will be providing the codes stream. That'll be the flow of the stream. Now, the problem here is that we only got 10 people. What the fuck is that? What's going on with that? I feel like something's going on here. There's no way that all 50,000 remaining subscribers to this channel got a notification for this live stream and then ignored it. That's not what happened. Okay. How many total viewers do we get, actually? Hold on. We just got anonymous donation. Your music is awesome. Super impressed with the production, too. Wow. Thank you so much. Look at that. Anonymous donation. Your music is awesome. Impressed with the production. $10 US. That goes a long way in Japan. That goes a long way in Japan. Thank you so much. You just bought me lunch. You just bought me lunch. Thank you very much. $10 all you need for a fantastic lunch. The lunch I've been eating lately is fucking crazy. It's like 1,600 yen. You get a big, nice slab of tuna with crispy skin. You get a full fish, which is called sanma in Japanese, or a Pacific sari, they call it in English. It's like a long blue fish. And then you get the collar of a red snapper, or tai kama, they call it. And that's plus miso soup, plus rice, plus unlimited pickles, plus a fish broth that you could add to your rice. And that's what they call ochazuke. But I usually just eat it. I just drink the miso soup, and after I drink that, I still want soup. So I drink the fish broth just as is, a delicious katsuo fish broth. All of that for $10 plus no tipping is fucking crazy, dude. So thank you for that. I will be eating another fish set. That is what I get with $10. Fantastic. And the music, I made, I think, one of the best things I've ever made today. And it's awesome. I haven't even recorded vocals yet because it's a cover. So I used the original artist's vocals. I isolated the vocals and used that to build out the track. but I think it's way better than the original track. And I'm not just saying that. It's an old song. It's like a 16-year-old song, but it's like a really popular, well-loved Japanese rap song. So I'm thinking like, if I remake and cover popular Japanese rap songs, it's a good way to promote my music. That's what a lot of artists do. They promote their stuff with covers. And I haven't done it until now, but I think I'm really good at that. Like even with reviewing like the manga, probably even better than I am at making stuff completely from scratch. I'm better at identifying how to improve, like how to improve a manga story, how to improve a song. So making covers might be my hidden talent here, because I just made something that was fucking insane, and I listened to it with the original artist's vocals, and I almost cried. It sounded so good. It sounded so much better than the original. So I'm hyped about that. That's going to be uploading soon once I record my vocals, because I want to do a full cover. I want to do the same rap. And then after I do my version, later I will upload the version with his vocals too. I think it's only fair, might as well. And give the people some cool music to listen to, a nice different version of a song that everybody already probably loves. So yeah, that's what I've been doing today. I also had a date, which was crazy, because first of all, the date was supposed to be tomorrow. Okay? The date was supposed to be tomorrow. I messaged her. I said, are we still good for the date tomorrow? And then she was like, no, actually, something came up tomorrow, but what about today? So I was like, okay, I'm chilling. I can meet up today. And then the time when we're supposed to meet up arrives, and there's no message, and there's no nothing, and she just doesn't show up. I don't care. I had a tiramisu by myself because I like tiramisu. I wanted to get tiramisu, basically. I wanted to get tiramisu anyway, and she was just going to come along and entertain me while I ate my tiramisu, but the object of my desire was really the tiramisu, so I was going to do that anyway, so I don't really care. But it's weird to me. I'm just sharing because it's strange. Like I'm not broken up about it. Right? I'll be all right. But it's weird to me that it was supposed to be tomorrow. We were supposed to meet up tomorrow. She's like, I can't meet up tomorrow, but she's the one who suggested meeting up today instead. I never even suggested that. I didn't give a fuck. I was done with this girl. I was like, you cancel on me. I'm not interested anymore. I'm done. But she was like, no, we can meet today. And I'm like, okay, all right. She's putting in some effort to make things right. She's not going to just cancel. She's not going to ghost me. She's going to, we're going to meet today instead. And then she fucking ghosted me. She's the one who suggested it. How crazy is that? That's the first time it's ever happened to me. It's fucking crazy. That's actually crazy. That was weird. Because why would you reschedule and then not show up? That's weird, huh? She's the one who reschedules and then just ghosts. That's crazy. What happened there? Very strange. Definitely her loss, but that's not the point. It's just strange. Like, that's strange. Any tips for when I visit Japan next year? I donated talking about your music too. Hope you enjoy the launch. Okay, thanks, Jax. It said anonymous, so I didn't know. I don't know. It depends on where you're visiting, dude. I would say don't go to the fucking Skytree. Don't go to Tokyo Tower. Don't do anything gay. There's a lot of gay people in Japan. Do things that are straight. Avoid the gay stuff. Just depends on what you want to do, man. There's so much to do. Just depends on what you want to do. If it's your first time and you really like anime, you got to go to Akihabara. You got to do it, right? You got to get that out of the way. And you should probably do that like your last day. So then you can just take all the manga and stuff you buy and put it in your bag and then take it home in your suitcase. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to transport it between hotels and whatever. So I think most people start their trip in Tokyo and then they'll go to Osaka or something like that. But maybe you should end your trip with Tokyo so you can go to Akihabara at the end. And then you can fly out of there with your mangas and whatever you buy. Figures. I don't know what you're going to fucking buy. So ending with Akihabara actually sounds decent. Sounds like a good plan. And then first you would go to whatever other city you want to go to. Kyoto, Osaka. Most people go to Kyoto, Osaka. My favorite part of Japan is Fukuoka, but it's not really a tourist city. It was just a nice place to live. Very beautiful place to live. For visiting, Tokyo and Osaka are probably the two big spots. If you want to do onsen, you want to do nature shit, you go to Gifu. Gifu's famous for onsen. That's near Tokyo, so you can go to Tokyo, you can go to Gifu. It's supposed to be very beautiful out there. You could do Hokkaido if you're coming in the winter, because we've got some great winter sports. We got some skiing and snowboarding up here. Got some good onsen up here too. You could do Okinawa and enjoy the interesting culture of the Ryukyu people, who are ethnically actually pretty separate from the Japanese, although there's been a lot of mixing now. The Ryukyu people were separated and independent from Japan for a long time. So they've got a lot of differences in Okinawa compared to the mainland. They got a lot of interesting things they do. They eat fucking poisonous sea snakes over there, the venomous sea snakes. They've got a lot of interesting stuff they do over there, man. So I love everything about Japan. I love everywhere I go in Japan. I love Tokyo. I love Osaka. I love Okinawa. I love Hokkaido. I enjoy everywhere I go. So, I mean, I'm not too picky about that. I can literally go anywhere and I have a great time in this country because I just love this fucking country. I really love this country. But if you're not like me and you have specific things you want, you got to isolate those specific things and you got to go to wherever has those specific things. You know, everybody's different. So I can't really give you too much advice besides watch out for the Indians. Tokyo has a lot of Indians. So if you want the real Japanese experience, you got to not go to Tokyo because it's all Indians now and Mohammeds and a lot of Chinese people in Kyoto. Kyoto, like the tourist areas, like they have a lot of Chinese. And they kind of ruin the atmosphere because Japan's like quiet and peaceful and chill, and then the Chinese people are like, and they're like screaming at each other. And nothing against Chinese people. I love Chinese people. I do. That's not a joke. I think Chinese people are great. But they are loud as fuck. And when there are too many of them, they do mess up the atmosphere. If you're trying to enjoy Japan and all you hear is like loud Chinese people, it does fuck up the vibe. So, yeah, thanks for the donation. I hope that's helpful. And I call that a profitable stream. We did it. Thank you, boys. I'm going to take that $13 to the bank, and I'm going to say good night, fellas. Good night. I'm out of here. End of the stream. It's about 2 hours. I think that's a good time. My throat is fucked, and I got to record vocals tomorrow. So that's not good. Anyway, love you guys. Catch you later. Hope you enjoyed.